Hey guys, good morning. So we took a look at converting fractions to decimals. And really all it is just looking at a fraction and changing it into a long division problem. So 7/10, basically what you're going to do, the denominator, which is the bottom number, is going to be the divisor. And the numerator is going to be the dividend. Okay? So basically you can use this example to set up the remaining problems. Now, a fraction is something that is less than one whole. As you can see, 10 will not go into 7. Therefore, it is less than one whole. 10 would go into 10 one time. The fact that this is a number that is smaller than 10 tells you it is less than one whole, which is what a fraction is. So what we're going to do, you obviously know that 10 will go into 7 0 times. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add some zeros. We're going to figure out what kind of number would go into, or what's the percentage of 10 that would go into 7. So now we're going to look at this problem. How many times does 10 go into 70? Now this isn't really 70, it's 7.000. Remember, you can add as many zeros as you want. It's not going to change the value of that number. 10 goes into 70 7 times. And there we go. 7 times 10 is 70, and you can stop when you have 0 as a remainder. Take a look. We have just converted a fraction into a decimal. Okay? So looking at the denominator, that's a 5. How many times will 5 go into 1? It won't. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to add some zeros. Okay? This time we'll just add 2. You saw here I added 4. It depends upon if it's a repeating decimal or till you get a remainder of 0. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Remember, you multiply back out. And guess what? We have 0 as a remainder. Therefore, 1/5 is 0.2. Now, there is a little trick. If the denominator is a 10, 100, or 1,000, you actually don't even really have to do long division. You obviously know that this is the tens place. Okay? These two place values, this would be the hundreds, and then these three place values to the right of the decimal are the thousands. So tens, hundreds, thousands. Let's say this is 125. Well, you could convert back and forth, meaning that 125 out of 1,000 is written in this manner. So we can, when we see a number that has 1,000 in the denominator, you know it's basically that numerator, 3 place values right there. Okay. If there is a number, for example, 99 out of 100, you don't even have to do long division. You know that this is the numerator, a hundredth of a number is basically going to be 2 place values to the right of the decimal place. And then 3/10, obviously, boom, right there. Okay, so last but not least, just remember, if you're to set up this problem, denominator is going to be the divisor. The numerator is going to be the dividend, and then your quotient is going to be your decimal, how many times this dividend goes into the numerator. Once again, this would be the dividend. So how would we set that up? 5 goes into 2, and it's not going to go in, meaning it is obviously going to go in less than one whole, and therefore that's where we get our decimal. Hopefully this was a quick little 4-minute video. Once again, this should help you to set up everything so that you can basically just treat this as long division. Remember, you just hammer out the problem until you get a 0 or a repeating decimal. So you can see 4 goes into 37 times. 4 times 7 is 28. I now have 2 left over. I'm going to pull down the next digit or place value. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Guess what? We have 0 as a remainder. That means we're done. And take a look. 3/4 is, as a decimal, 75 hundredths. All right, thanks for your time, guys.